Bad Bunny will make history tomorrow as the first solo male Latin artist to headline the Super Bowl halftime show. As fans get ready to tune into his big game performance, CNN's new Flash Doc Hour is exploring the Puerto Rican superstar's influence on American sports, culture, and music.
Bad Bunny took home Album of the Year, which became the first entirely Spanish project to do so. He and other stars used the stage to speak out as well against the president's immigration enforcement program.
What a moment for Bad Bunny. He's about to headline the Super Bowl, and now this.
This is a huge moment for Bad Bunny, and we know a moment that has gotten a lot of attention, both in Hollywood and DC, and certainly around the world.
Bad Bunny is the most streamed artist in the world. That is globally.
I think he rivals someone like Beyonce or Taylor Swift in terms of popularity.
And joining us now, one of the women you just saw in that clip, NFL host, ESPN host and reporter MJ Acosta-Ruiz. MJ, thank you so much for being here with us. We really appreciate it. Listen, the Super Bowl halftime show is one of the most watched television events around the globe every year, and it is obviously closely tied to American football and all of that, but there just seems to be so much more going on this year. There are so many other things underneath just a Super Bowl performance and what that means. Help people understand the context around this performance that we're going to see tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, it's been such a cultural touch point, I think, the Bad Bunny of it all, his announcement following his residency in Puerto Rico, which was legendary and it's all right in its own right and broke a lot of barriers there, but also then bringing it over to this platform with the NFL, which is not only a global in and of its own, but then here in the U.S., just synonymous with what American football is. So I think the crossover of those two worlds couldn't have come at a more poignant time. And I think it's really reflective of the audience that is not only the fastest growing demographic here in the United States, the U.S. Hispanic demographic, but also just the fans who watch the NFL as well.
Yeah, and yet it is happening too in a moment where immigration and this administration's immigration policy is certainly under a white-hot spotlight and driving protests in the streets. We saw Bad Bunny, we're watching it now, his Grammys speech as well. What about that element to all of it?
Yeah, I mean, it's not an undertone. It's at the forefront, right, of all of it, because, you know, what's happening now with immigration enforcement is overwhelmingly affecting the Latino community within the United States. And so it feels very directly tied. And Bad Bunny himself has been very open about where he stands with how his community has been treated here by ICE agents, by really the administration, and how it's been a point of fear and a lot of anxiety for the Latino community and the immigrant community in the U.S. And I actually spoke with him recently, and he said, I hope that this moment, that this halftime show, if only just for those 12 minutes, that people can really lean in to the unity of it all, of how we all make up part of this country and just live in that love and in the diversity of everything. So he's hopeful that what he's bringing to the Super Bowl halftime stage is really a point more of connection than division.
In unity. President, we do know that there's this alternative halftime show that we could call it that Kid Rock is headlining. Have you ever seen anything like that? Do we normally get some sort of alternative halftime show?
I have covered many Super Bowls for almost 2 decades now, and I have to say this is the first time I've ever heard of an alt performance. I will say, like, one could argue it's not a Super Bowl halftime show if it's not at the literal Super Bowl, but just alternate programming again around the same time. Like you mentioned off the top here, in the most globally watched performance typically of the year when it comes to the sports world. So very interesting to see how this will play out.
For sure. All right, MJ, thank you so much. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And don't miss the CNN original Bad Bunny and the halftime show Rhythms of Resistance. It's premiering tonight at 10 Eastern and Pacific, only here on CNN. You can also stream it on our CNN app. We continue to follow breaking news out of Arizona, where the Guthrie family has just released this video that you're looking at right now, their message to whomever is holding